Let's hit the
Here we
button.
go. We've just gone on. We're live, and shocking, absolutely shocking. We were just saying off camera. 6 years it's taken to get him on here, but finally the man is on. How you doing, Jonathan?
Brilliant, mate. How are you doing?
Good, good,
Good.
good. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I definitely am, mate. Yeah.
If you care to do the introductions of what we're drinking, mate, that would be great.
Right. The beer, we are going to do a collab, well, together a tasting, should I say, is a beer that Barry from All the Beer No Idea has sent us. And it's a bottle called Two Thongs. It's a 7% double IPA. And it's brewed by the Stonehouse Brewery in his hometown of Oswestry. If I've pronounced that right. And it is a double IPA. It's hopped with Simcoe, Citra, and a hop which I'm not familiar with called Pecco.
No, new one on me as well, that one.
I did a little bit of research, like you do. And Pecco is the name of a Finnish god, apparently. A god of cultivation, apparently. And it's an American hop. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's crazy, isn't it? We've been at it about 6 years apiece.
Yeah,
and yet there's new hops coming out all the time, or ones that you've never had before that have existed for ages, and you're like, because I think we're just so used to like Citra, Mosaic, Centennial, Amarillo, the staple sort of hops, and then you see these new ones pop up, and you're like, what?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that at all. I don't think I've had a beer with that in. I don't know about you.
No, completely new to me. I mean, yeah, good old Simcoe and Citra, yeah, all day long. But Pecco, no.
It's gone way over my head. But being an Australian kind of like themed beer, I thought it was an Aussie hop, but it isn't. It's an American hop, apparently. So there you go.
So we got a couple of comments. Got Scott saying, "Yo, bitches."
Hello, Scott. How you doing, mate? Scott. Yeah. How you doing? Hope you're well.
Bazza, hope you keeping well, fellas. And then he says, you're not just a pisshead. You have more. Well, you have a bit of knowledge too."
Who, me? No. I've got a drink problem.
Scott says, "Never heard of Pecco. What are you? You should Google more. I've never heard of it either, lol." Well, anyway, big thank you to Barry anyway for
cheers, Barry,
for sending it.
This is Barry and his gadgets.
Barry and his gadgets. Captain Keggy. Right, shall we open it up and see what we get, eh?
Well, you have to give me an extra 5 minutes because I'm very much. Here we go. Oh, that's a bit dodgy. That. Oh, can I get this open? Hang on. Hey, got it open. Right. There we go.
And to quote the great man himself, he actually said that this would rival any Dipa in the supermarket.
Yes. It looks gorgeous, by the way.
It looks really, really good.
It does look good. It really does. Yeah. It does look good, am I? There you go.
A lovely, the classic New England double IPA look all day long, isn't it? Beautiful. Nothing going for it.
It does look gorgeous, that. Definitely.
Beautiful bright orange colour.
Oh, yeah. What do you get on the nose, mate?
It's a lovely tropical vibe to it. Orange, peach, pineapple. Again, you've got that creamy hoppy tone to it.
Yeah.
As well.
Do you get some sort of floralness in that aroma? It's kind of like an unusual aroma for me. I don't know if you can get that. It's kind of like, I don't know if that's that Pecco. That's all.
It could well be, couldn't it?
Yeah.
But it smells really good, actually. I like the smell of that.
I do. Lovely creamy head on it.
Let's go in.
You want to go in?
Yes, let's go in.
Cheers, Barry. Cheers, Barry.
Thank you very much, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, John.
Wow. That's lovely.
You've hit the nail on the head there, Barry, I think, mate, with what you said about it going up against a Dipa at the supermarket.
It's better than a lot of them.
Wow, doesn't it?
I think it's better than a lot of them, to be honest. It's got, I find it quite an unusual flavour in it. I don't know if you can pick that up.
Let me just go in again.
Yeah.
There's let's try and put it out there, a sweet rawness to it.
Yeah, there is. It's like a slight rooty type of rawness for me. It's I can't really put my finger on it.
Comes in on the finish, doesn't it?
Yeah. But you do pick up the strength though, don't you?
There's a little bit of that 7%. I wouldn't say it's not spoiling the beer in any way.
No.
It's working quite nicely. There's no like harsh alcohol burn or anything like that you get. Sometimes.
Nothing like that.
It is there. There's a little pinch of it in there.
Yeah, there is.
All good.
It's definitely letting you know its strength, right?
It's quite smooth.
Lovely. Yeah, slightly creamy for me. Slight creaminess there. It's lovely. It is. He's hit the nail on the head, isn't he, Barry? It is.
Yeah.
It is a lovely, lovely beer. Yeah, it is. It's just slightly unusual. I think there must be that Pecco in there that you're picking up. Definitely. But
it's an unusual sort of finish to it, isn't it? It's quite pleasant, actually.
It's a pleasant finish. It leaves out a lovely coating around the mouth as well.
Yeah.
Which sometimes you don't get that with a strong beer. I tend to.
No.
But
it reminds me a little bit. I'm just trying to think what beer it slightly reminds me of. I think it's the Buxton one in the supermarket.
Is it the lupulus one?
It could well be.
Oh, there's another one they did, didn't they? I can't remember.
I think that's a lower ABV, though, isn't it? Or was that higher?
Yeah, there was an IPA they did in. I know where you're coming from with that Buxton, because that Buxton for me had the same kind of like mouthfeel to it. For me, there is similarity there. I know the one you're going on about, but I can't remember the name of it.
Juicy fruity though on the intake, proper super tropical.
Yeah,
maybe a more mango for me than orange and pineapple, but
I'm finding the more you drink it, the more them notes are starting to come apparent, because your palate is kind of like getting more and more used to it, isn't it? It's one of them. It's the more you drink it, the more them little notes start to separate a little bit more.
I'll just go back onto the comments, JB.
Yeah, no worries.
Because there's quite a few here. Scott says, can't wait for the football today. Hopefully you lot get slaughtered.
Thank you very much, Scott. Yeah, I know we're going to get slaughtered because, man, you're on fire. Thank you for that.
Is that who you're playing, are you? You're playing the Rags?
Yeah.
And it's shit. There goes my channel. I'm looking forward and looking at that beer. I'm thinking that's what Barry's piss would look like.
I'll tell you what, if mine looked like that, I'd be bottling it, not flushing it down the toilet.
And then Baz says £2.50, great value.
£2.50 for that?
Absolute fucking steal, isn't it? 500ml double IPA.
£2.50 for that. They're on to a winner, this lot. Is there any more? No. They're on to a winner, aren't they, with that? definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think as well for that branding, that looked pretty cool on a 440 can.
Yeah. Do you think though, because I don't know if it's available in cans, do you think sometimes when you get a beer which is just in a bottle, do you think it just works against it when it comes to marketing and selling? Because the younger generation like cans, you know, or the modern beer drinker, you know.
Yeah, no, that's a fair comment there. I mean, I think it's all down to cost at the end of the day, and having that equipment in your brewer. I mean, this is a local brewery, obviously to Barry. I don't know what the output is of them, but maybe canning is something they're not interested in, or maybe they can't afford to invest
That's
in
true.
the machinery to do it.
Yeah. But I think that is a fabulous beer. I really do. I think
it's really, really good. Yeah.
Yeah. It's you can't fault that. You really can't. For that money, you can't fault it.
You'd pay. Well, what a 7% double IPA. If you went to a bottle shop, you know, you're looking at a minimum £5, aren't you?
Yeah. And I've had stuff which I've paid a lot of money for and don't taste as good as this.
I mean, the quality, you can just see its quality by just looking at it.
Yeah. It's wonderful.
It's quite dense as well, isn't it? On the palate, the body of it.
Yeah, you can feel the weight of it as well.
Yeah.
When you drink it, but it is an absolute cracker. It really is.
That's a pleasant drinking experience for me, mate. Yeah.
Definitely. And it's so, do you find it exciting when you do your beer reviews that if you discover something which, you know, when you look at it, I'm not saying about this bottle, but when you look at it, it doesn't look much from the bottle or from the eye, but when you drink it, it's wow.
Yeah.
I still get that. It's wonderful, isn't it? It's when you get a beer, when you don't really think much of it on the shelf, but when you get it home, you crack it open, you review it, and you think, wow, what a beer! It's still great.
They're always the best reviews, though, aren't they? When it takes you by surprise.
Yeah.
How many times? I mean, I've said before, and I will keep saying, we buy with our eyes, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We do.
The more flashier the presentation of whether it's a bottle or a can, the more we're lured into picking it up and seeing what it is. You know,
definitely.
If it's a style of beer that we like, you know, New England, you know, default sort of style for most people.
Yeah.
You think, oh yeah. New England IPA, really jazzy looking 440ml can, you know, 6.5%, 7% jobber. Let's buy it.
It's got to hit the money.
You do. You just do.
You do.
It's all part and parcel now of the actual industry, I think. You know, the presentation is paramount. Of course, quality is as well. Yeah, no, let's not forget the basics. Quality is important, but the branding is crucial, I think, now in this day and age, especially.
I think with the branding, it's not worse than when you do get sucked in with the branding, and we've all done it. And you get it home and you think this is gonna be great, and there's nothing worse when you just feel like you're just drinking swill out of a can or bottle, which has completely sucked you in to buying it with that branding. It's like it's a minefield, really, when you know out there, especially if stuff from breweries which you've never heard of, but you need to try because you've never put one on your channel, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think you still you learn from it though, don't you?
Yeah, you do. You
learn from it.
So, is there a style for you, a style of beer? Say if you went to a shop and you saw some beer from a brewery you've never heard of, but you want to review it. Is there a certain specific style of beer of theirs you would review first to see if it's any good? Is there a style you go to?
Yeah, I mean, depending on what sort of time of the year we're talking about, say like now, you know, summertime, And if they were doing a house pilsner or lager, then I would be something that I would want to check out for sure.
Yeah.
Or an IPA. Wintertime, if they were an imperial stout or a porter.
So it's definitely seasonal for you then. What the way you
it is
work
to a certain degree, yeah. But I mean, I have had a couple of imperial stouts over the warmer months, and I've still enjoyed them. But I think them sort of beers come into play at the back end when it's cold and
you're miserable.
Miserable, and you want something to warm you up.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. It's. I tend to go for the lagers in the summer all the time. Pilsners. It's a summer beer for me. And when you get a really good lager, it's just as good as getting a really good imperial in the winter, isn't it? You know, that's the basis of it. But since I started doing this channel, I tend to kind of like all styles of beer now and appreciate all styles of beer. It's a learning curve. Yeah,
you've got to allow yourself to experiment with stuff that you wouldn't be quite comfortable drinking.
Yeah.
It's not, you don't have to. I mean, this is for any sort of beer. I know some beer reviewers are very comfortable drinking the same beers week in, week out sort of thing, and fair enough. But I think you just to open your mind to all sorts from all over the world, really.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think if you start to kind of like pigeonhole yourself into doing a lot of the same style, I find it quite hard to bring a fresh angle to it all.
You get dragged down with the same words, don't you?
Yeah, and it's kind of like Groundhog Day all the time.
Yeah.
And I found that with the supermarkets, because with the supermarkets, New England IPAs are everywhere, and you tend to kind of like start repeating yourself, and you start to here we go again. It's you start to lose a bit of enthusiasm because it's the same type of stuff.
It's tricky. I mean, if you're just drinking New England IPAs week in, week out without doing all this shit, then it's different kettle of fish because you appreciate the drink. You don't need to speak when you're drinking it. But if you're doing this, you've got to come across and say words, and you tend to find you're saying the same words as you did about the last beer that you did within the style.
You definitely do. Definitely
and you get paranoid about it, don't you? You do. You think, I said that on that video, and you just fall. You slide down that slope of just coming out with the same words, and it is odd. It is odd.
Yeah, it's trying to reinvent the wheel, really. Trying to reinvent new little kind of like phrases or nuances you can put in, because over time I could go back 5 years and click on a bitter and click on another bitter 2 years later, and I'm saying the same bloody thing. I may look a little bit older, but I'm saying the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah. But
I mean, to a certain degree, there is an element of honesty in there, though, isn't there? Because you're not making bloody things up just to sound different,
No.
It's a fine line, I guess. A fine line.
Yeah.
Just go back on the comments.
No
Axe Edge. It could well be Scott. It could well be Axe Edge.
I think he's right with that. Yes, I think he's right with that. Yeah, Scott, you're right.
In the bottle on mine, he says. I don't think I've got a great deal of sediment in mine, Barry. There might be a little bit, but
there's a slight film of it in mine. A slight little film.
I love it. I love the look of it. I really do.
They're on to a winner, and to be honest with you, the brewery could sell that for more money.
They could. They're definitely selling themselves short there with with what's in the glass. Anyway, for me.
Yeah, I mean, I would easily pay £1 extra for it, easy. Knowing what it is now, it's quite easy.
I mean, I don't know the layout of where Barry is shop wise, but I know people like Waitrose and M&S support local breweries in the area by stocking their beers. I mean, if Barry's still in the comments, maybe he can chime in. Do Stonehouse appear in the local supermarkets around your way, by the big boys like M&S and Waitrose.
Yeah, I definitely should do with that.
Yeah,
without a shadow of a doubt, it's a banger. Absolutely wonderful.
Kingslayer, Scott says as well. Axe Edge, Kingslayer. It's one of them two, maybe. It's definitely a Buxton beer.
I think it's the Axe Edge. I think it's because it's still got that slight creaminess, which reminded me of that Buxton. Sort of.
Not in cans, mate. Do you think I'd pay to send big bottles if I could send cans?
That's fair enough. That's a fair enough comment.
God, there's loads of comments here. That's the trouble with this. When I do all this live stuff, fucking comments just keep coming in, and it's good. It's good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking it.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant when the comments come in. It's brilliant.
Scott says JB makes a great point. I think can art has brought so many more people to beer, and bottles seem to have been left behind.
Oh, he agrees with me for something. He won't be agreeing with me with the football later, but that's another story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, it's changed so much since we started, when we first started doing this. And it feels like you've been doing it longer than what it is because it's changed. The drinking, the beer industry has changed so much over the past 5 years. It can be unrecognisable in your supermarket now to what it was back then.
Everything really was bottles when I first started drinking.
Ales.
And then I think the first sort of loud standout can of beer that I ever saw was Beavertown's Gamma Ray. That was the first piece of bold art on a can.
Yeah, that's right. I remember.
And I was like, fucking wow. Never seen it before. Yeah. And it was amazing. And then it slowly trickled to other breweries, and they slowly moved away from 330ml bottles and started canning, in-house canning, because a lot of it was contracted, wasn't it? And it was very expensive. Very expensive to do. But it's the norm now, isn't it? It's the norm.
It is. It's. I just thought the other day how much it's completely changed. It's going back to the old ales. You had your Fullers, St. Austell's, still there, but now with Brewdog and the actual kind of like ground, the foot they have, the hold they have on the craft beer industry. It's maybe if Brewdog didn't exist, we might not have so many craft beers out there. But I think the good that Brewdog have done, they've opened the door for a lot of other breweries within supermarkets. Definitely.
As much as they get a lot of negativity. You've got to give them, you've got to doff the cap a little bit with progression and allowing other people to move on with it as well. So I suppose it's not all doom and gloom with them.
No.
Try and take positives out of anything, really, don't you?
Yeah, I think they have done a lot for the industry, but there's a lot of negative stigma, especially attached to some of their beers, which they're not as good as what they were and things like that. But that's how it goes, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. It is a shame, but you judge a brewery on its product, don't you? And if it's not what it was, it's not what it was. You can't say, oh, it's untouched, it's still the same recipe, because it's not, is it? On some of their beers.
No, I think with the most damning one was what they did with the Hazy Jane out of everybody. It was how the hell that was a hell of a good beer, that Hazy Jane, and it was so good, and what they turned it into.
That's what I don't get with the 440s from Brewdog in the supermarket. They're quite high ABV beers.
Yeah,
yet they seem to be afraid of putting them beers out or the ABV. They're more of like a, let's dial it down and make it a session beer. People want session beers. These big ABV beers scare people.
No, I mean, it wouldn't scare me or you, but to the average shopper, do you think? Do you think they would scare them?
Yeah, maybe there is a bit of truth in that. With bloody hell, that's strong. 7.5%. Jesus.
Yeah, not touching that.
Yeah. Maybe it is. I don't know.
It could be some truth because obviously, people like to drink copious amounts of beer, don't they? They don't like to drink just one can, and they want to, they get a pack. That's why I suppose the likes of Carlin and John Smith's are so popular. Low ABV, great big pack for next to nothing, and that's what people go for, which is, a shame because sometimes I feel like strangling people for doing that because there's some, fantastic stuff out there. There's needs to be kind of like explored.
There's flavour to be found, isn't there?
Exactly, and I think we found it in this.
It's really, really good. Yeah. I bet Barry has quite a few of these. Being local to him, it's a lovely go-to beer, though, isn't it?
If that brewery was round the corner from me, I'll be in there every week buying a case of that.
I can't. I can't knock it.
No.
The price point is absolutely superb.
Yeah.
The ABV is right up my street.
Yeah.
You're getting 500 mils as well, and you're getting a decent IPA in the glass.
Yeah. The beer quality is fantastic. It's unreal. It really is. Give the brewer a medal.
Definitely. I think my first big disappointment was Juice Forsyth from Brew York. No, I didn't mind that. Beer.
It was an acquired taste, I think, because it was very juicy, wasn't it?
It was like drinking juice, wasn't it? Because I think the can that I had jack shit of carbonation. It was just
I was the same. It was definitely a summer beer. That.
Yeah, Scott agrees with Barry. Juice Forsyth was terrible. Had 2 Imperial Stouts last night. Struggling with sours. I'm slowly getting into sours now. I'm appreciating them a little bit more. What about you, JB?
I love them, but I've got to be in the mood for one. If I'm not in the mood for one, I won't like it. But I do. I think they're great. I think, right time, right place, in the mood. Like everything, they're great beers. And I've learned to appreciate them over time. Definitely.
The ones that I had in the past, I was like, oh, vinegar.
Yeah.
It just... I didn't want to like it, but I've made myself enjoy it and work through that sort of weird, harsh, sometimes tartness that style gives you. And I do appreciate them now. It's not something I could drink all the time, don't get me wrong, but the ones that I do have, I do enjoy. I do enjoy them.
Yeah. I mean, I reviewed one yesterday from Turning Point, which I think are fantastic. They're my favourite brewery near me. Turning Point, and it was a mango sorbet sour, and I had per brew I put nearly a ton of mango in. and when I poured it out, it looked phenomenal. It was neon mango. It was, but the taste was fantastic. It was, once your palate gets used to that tartness, and you start to get used to it, they're really, really good beers. I like them. I like them a lot.
You do adjust to it though, don't you?
You do, yeah, definitely. And they're never too heavy either, are they? They're kind of like.
I mean, it's the same with like Hefeweizens.
Yeah.
The very first experience for me trying a Hefeweizen and a wheat beer, Erdingers and stuff like that at the supermarket that anybody can get, and I was like, it's all right. But now we're getting another style that I really do enjoy.
Yeah, definitely. And the same with me with Pilsners. I'm never really into Pilsners, But now I love them, especially in this weather.
Yeah,
you can't go wrong, can you?
It's very, very, probably one of the most underrated styles of beer that don't get the, a lot of people have said, and I've seen it online as well. This year, it's the year of the Pilsner, the year of the lager.
Yeah,
and it never materializes because it's always New England, New England, New England.
Yeah,
which is a shame.
But I find I get a little bit bored with New England. I just do. I just need to put them, have a break from them. I think there's too many of them, and what the good ones are, and the ones not to really get too excited about.
Yeah,
but
variety is the spice of life, isn't it? You just sample, move on. Swap and change. Keep.
That's the only way.
That's possible.
That's the way you have to do it. Doing it as long as what we have, you've got to do it.
True. And we're both guilty of. Well, I know I am. I can definitely put my hands up and say I've thought a few times. Oh, fuck this! I can't be bothered anymore.
Oh, last year was a telling point for me. I got to a brick wall, and I started to question the whole thing, whether or not, and because before then it was becoming a bit of a treadmill. I was on a treadmill. I think it's because, like we discussed, about all these styles, and you get hemmed into doing a certain style all the time, or you end up going to the same shops all the time. And I thought, oh, here we go again, Groundhog Day, another New England or whatever. And you started to think, oh, well, I know what I'm going to get out of that camp even before opening it. And I was starting to question myself and whether or not to carry on and stuff like that. But I think with me, though, because I never did the live stuff, what we're doing now, I think I needed to do more this type of stuff to get to know people and stuff like that. I tend to kind of like keep myself away from that. But I'm glad I've kind of like opened the doors now and started to get to know people, which has changed me. But I think the telling point for me was because I was still kind of like in that frame of mind up to about a month ago. But when I heard about Terry going, then I started to think a bit and everything, and I did that tribute video.
Yeah, I was going to say it was a lovely tribute video. That you did.
Before I made that tribute video public, I sent it to his wife because I wasn't going to put it up if she weren't happy about me doing it, because it's a bit sensitive and stuff, and she loved it, and I put it up, and I started to watch him again, funny enough, that weekend. And his enthusiasm, because he was a real larger than life character, wasn't he? He was
like a big cuddly giant bear, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a larger than life character, and I started to watch some old videos, of beers what don't are not around anymore. Some of them, and it kind of like gave me a little bit of a kick up the arse to do more. Definitely of the live stuff and to carry on. It really did. And I thought, well, I've come this far, I'll carry on. And I've kind of like fallen in love with beer again. I fell out of it, in love with it for a while. But I think for me, I had to go back to the basics, go back to the traditional beers, the ales, go to the local brewery, just pick some up. Forget about the supermarket, forget about what designer beers people post up or whatever. I needed to get back to a basic beer. Back to traditional and start to appreciate of what was in that bottle. And
sometimes in life you have to go backwards to go forwards.
Yeah, you do.
To keep in tune with them traditional beers is a good thing, I think.
It was them beers what started it off.
There you go. That's your start of your journey, isn't it? Them beers, them real ales.
The real ales, yeah.
And it's good. It's good. There's still good. There's still some belting real ales out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about these. I don't really know a lot about the Stonehouse, but I'm guessing they've got a good real ale core range knocking
I'd
around.
imagine so. I mean, the one I've just reviewed, the Sunlander one, what Barry sent, that was a little belter as well. It was lovely. It really is. And it's just nice to go back to basics, just to strip away, go back to your brewery and pick up the beers. What don't have to be fancy packaging, just pick them up and try them again and start to fall in love and discover why you started off in the first place. And it was fantastic. So I've done a lot of real ales over the past couple of weeks, because I just needed to do them.
I know you're a big champion of real ales.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people out there that really still bang on the drum for cask beer still, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's good. You know, you get a good pint in a local, and it holds up against quite most things, doesn't it? You know, it's a good drinking experience.
I do. I remember you watching your review of the Timothy Taylor's. Was it the dark one?
You've done that as well, haven't you?
Yeah, and that's a cracking beer, that. And he did the Landlord recently as well, didn't you?
Landlord. I mean, I'm still waiting for that moment to have a good pint of it somewhere.
Oh, it's a belter.
A cask pint. And it's the same with Eastons as well, mate. Peculiar, a pint of Old Peculiar.
It's lovely. Yeah, it's all good stuff. It's all good stuff, but you know, it's just really nice to get back to that type of stuff. Just to start reviewing it. You know, the Hook Norton one you sent me, the mild one, that was a banger. That was a real banger.
For the ABV, real nice, it was pretty steady.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So it's always
2.8.
Yeah, it was, but it didn't feel like 2.8. He had a lot of flavour. He had a lot of flavour. And
mild are good.
Yeah, I kind of like Googled the Hook Norton Brewery after you sent me it, and I saw the history, you know, the horse, you know, it's fantastic, isn't it? You don't get that in a craft beer.
Yeah, there's absolutely shitloads of history with the Ucky Brewery. I mean, they still deliver the dray is awesome cart still in the village, because there's about 2 or 3 Ucky pubs in and around the brewery, and it's still all done with awesome cart, which is, I think, it's fantastic in this day and age.
Yeah, I love all that. Anything like that, definitely. I love. You know,
it's good. Yeah, it's good. I'm just going to get on the comments again.
Yeah, I think we'd better be gassing too much again.
Still struggling with sours, and then Barry says, keep working on them, Scott. Got fed up with supermarket stuff. I only pick up a couple now. Got bored of the beer rush. Yeah, it does. The flame burnt out for me a long while ago. I mean, we're on wave number 4 or 5 with the supermarkets. Originally, to begin with, it was really, really exciting.
Yeah, of course it was. Of course it was.
But I think it's whatever now.
They tend to stick with the same breweries as well, which
it's annoying.
Yeah. You know, Tesco has Vocation as their, you know. I like Vocation, don't get me wrong. I love Vocation, but I just start to see a little bit more exciting, different names up there.
But then again, on the same token with that, not every brewery is going to sign up to it, because it'll be deemed as throwing the towel in, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you're right there. But you know, it's like when I find with the supermarkets, you'll get 2 real excellent beers, 2 real defining beers, then you get a load of mediocre beers along the same price range, maybe slightly less. Then, you know, you get the rest, the usual kind of like suspects. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I had that Omnipollo, the one that was a £5 from Tesco.
It's reduced now, isn't it? That
the lemonade thing. I call it a lemonade thing. Oh, I mean, I wanted to take it back, get me money back on that.
No, I've never reviewed it because of that. But I think you can buy that now for about £3.
Pick it up.
Yeah, lemon pale ice cream thingy, or whatever it is.
Yeah, it wasn't very nice. It was just like lemonade, really. You're just paying for the name, I think. Better go on the comments because we
fleshy blood orange. Scott says fleshy blood orange. Thomas, hi everyone. Hello, Thomas. How are you doing?
Hello, Thomas, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, I've been hitting a lot of traditional stuff lately. Looking forward to doing the 6% I picked up yesterday.
Oh, lovely. That's nice.
Fucking comments.
Oh, is there tons, is there? Oh,
There's
dear.
quite a few, mate. Yeah, I'm just trying to think where it was.
Sorry for talking too much.
The next comment, and it moved, and it's gone back to the top now, so I've got to scroll back down again. Oh yeah, Thomas says hi everyone.
Yeah.
Doing more local stuff excites me more than national stuff. Views are shit, but don't care.
I'm not into views. I'll tell you what, I'm not in it for the views. I never have been.
Let it do its thing and whatever.
Yeah, I'm not bothered by that. I'm quite low viewed, I think, in terms of channel, but don't really care. I'm just in it for the beer.
Just don't get too bogged down with anything like that.
No, I don't. Yeah, exactly.
Best way, mate. Best way.
Yeah, best way. The more beer you do, well, I'll just do more beer. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
That's all we're doing it for that, aren't we? Beer.
Yeah, I'm not doing it for stardom. I don't think you become
nothing will ever come of this game, mate. Jesus.
Nah,
even within the industry, I don't really think we're taking that sort of seriously. It's more the writers and the vloggers really that whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Mind you, there's a fellow who owns a brewery near me who's kind of like banned me from going to his brewery because he didn't like one of his reviews.
Oh, wicked.
I'm not welcome there.
Divulge.
I'm not going to mention the brewery because I think I'll protect him for that. But apparently he said we don't know anything what we're talking about and we're a bunch of troublemakers. So you're not welcome. That's fair dues. Actually gave him a good review as well.
Fucking hell. Pull the knife out your back, mate.
Yeah, he did, but no, you do get some people quite oversensitive, I think. Have you ever been recognised then?
That's the way of the world now, though, isn't it? With certain things, you can't say this, you can't say that sort of stance.
Exactly. But have you ever been recognised? Have you ever been recognised?
A few times, yeah, and it's horrible.
Have you?
It is horrible.
Is it?
I don't like it. No, I don't like it.
No, I was asking for an autograph.
Go on. Take it in.
I was recognised in a furniture store once.
Oh, right, okay.
Of all places, yeah. Oh, you're that bloke on the. Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Yeah. Do I get discount?
That was it. Really. That was it.
Yeah, I like that. I like that 3-piece sofa in the corner.
I'll have that sofa. Prices are too much. Can you give us a discount?
Yeah. Please like and share. Stonehouse are in Morrison's, but more their traditional stuff that
they really?
had. Dean has craft stuff, isn't it? Okay, fair dues.
No, I never knew that. I haven't seen him in my Morrison's anyway.
Have you guys had Elvis juice lately? Haven't. We were only talking about Elvis juice before we came on. It's crap, isn't it? Absolute.
Well, I haven't had it. I haven't had it for years, so I can't comment on that because I tend to kind of like. I liked it when it first came out.
It was cracking when it first came out. I think
it was a good beer. It was a good beer.
And it was proper grapefruit forward. It was really, really nice to drink. Delivered for me, but now it's just fucking rubbish now. Absolute crap.
I won't buy it.
I had a soft spot for Hazy Jane. Me and Dean bonded over. Yeah, we did. That was mine and Scott and Wanda's first video, getting to know them way back then.
Yeah,
and that was over a can of Hazy Jane. Wow,
it was a great beer, wasn't it, Hazy Jane?
Yeah.
I've still got the original can up there somewhere. It was a cracking beer.
Yeah,
I thought they were really onto a good thing with that.
A bit of a game changer, wasn't it, back then?
I think it was. I think it was the first real kind of like beer from Brewdog. It definitely in the supermarket for me. I think it was the real proper game changer for Brewdog. Definitely.
To be honest, I think the average shopper would look at the prices before the ABV. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, I mean, to a certain degree, everybody wants the best price that they can get. It's just human instinct, isn't it, to get something for the best price?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you. When you go into a bottle shop, or when you first went into a bottle shop, shall we say, were you completely overwhelmed by the pricing and the variety and stuff like that?
I went for the cheap stuff.
Well, I did. I literally had 20 quid. I had 20 quid in my pocket.
Yeah. What can I get for 20 quid?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. I'll still do it now, actually, now and again. I like going, if I'm in York, I go to Trembling Madness, and fantastic array of beer. And you think I've got 20 quid. I've only got to spend 20 quid. What can I get for 20 quid? And I'll start looking, within it all. And you do tend to get some nice stuff for 20 quid, but it's very, very hard these days to do that now. It's
yeah. But having said that, there are some bargains on Trembling Madness.
Yeah,
because they've got a nice mixture of beers. They've got some good European sort of semi-macro stuff.
Yeah,
run of the mill.
They do.
Good quality run of the mill German stuff.
Yeah,
and then craft. They've got. I like Trembling Madness because they've got a good variety. They tick quite a few boxes for me.
You get good service all the time from them, and that's what matters. You can order a good couple of days later there, aren't they? It's very good service.
I think if you order before 12 o'clock, you get it the next day, literally.
Yeah. So who can compete with that? No. Well, I think that most of their business has gone on towards that now.
Yeah. I've many have ordered from Trembling Madness. And just put a cheeky little order in, and it's come the next day, no issues at all. First class service.
Yeah, they do. Good. And a great kind of like turnover of new beers as well, I noticed on them.
Thomas says sours are great.
Yeah, they are, Thomas. They're fantastic.
Scott, I've got a West Coast in the fridge and it's giving me the eye. Crack it open, mate. Crack it open.
Save it for the football, Scott. You love it when the Man U are banging them in.
Yeah, goal fest. Drink it, Scott. Drink it. Good to see you, JB, doing some more lives. It is good.
Thank you. Good. Yeah, it's something I'm going to be doing a lot more now. Yeah, definitely. I love doing them.
You had a little spell of just doing your solos, didn't you? For your
Friday
night. Was it your Friday nights you used to do? Or was it
Saturday nights I used to go on with me dodgy internet when.
Yeah. You've got a bit of experience with doing this, and it's always nice to see people that has been doing it for so long, like yourself.
Yeah.
Stray off down that road and get something out of it.
It's nice to do that, and doing, because I do this Spice and Easy every 2 Saturdays now, where we make fools out of ourselves. Hey, up that the smoke alarm. Hey, so I'll keep talking. I'll keep talking. His smoke alarm's gone off, boys and girls. So I'm going to crack open another beer while Dean's just fluttered off somewhere. The beer I'm going to open. Actually, I've got 2 bit. No, I'm going to open this. This I've kept for special occasions. This beer, This is a collector's item, this beer, because it is a collector's item now, because it's the original. It's the original Rhinebacker.
No, don't open it. That'd be worth millions, mate.
Actually, I'll put it on eBay once for 50 quid. I'll leave that one then.
I'll go with that one anyway.
I'll go with that one. This is the Lidl's version of the Punk IPA. This is called Counterculture Modern IPA blazoned in sky blue IPA colours, Brewdog colours. There you go.
Jonathan, the floor is yours. I'm gonna sit back and watch you drink that, mate.
Well, I've drunk this before.
Okay.
And it's not very good. It's not very good. It smells like a lot of the little beers now. It smells a little bit synthetic, a little bit artificial. It smells. It wants to be a punk IPA, but it can't be a punk IPA because it's not a Brewdog, is it? It's a little one. $4.50 for 4 of them. They don't sell them singly. There you go. And all this wonderful glory. Very clear. Oh, that smells like a bag of coins to me. A bit like rubbing brass. Well, I had this when I was half cut once, a few weeks ago, and it was terrible then. It's even worse now when I'm relatively sober. It's malty, messy. It's not very nice. It's not very nice. There you go. It's not very good.
You need a quickie back now. Back out.
I don't know what to do with it. What can you do with something like that? I don't know if you can use it as some sort of, I don't know, paint, take the wallpaper off with it or something and put it in the steamer. I'm not too sure. That's an idea for a video. Fill a wallpaper steamer. Anyway. I bet it won't be as bad as the one I'm drinking.
I don't know.
I think he's gone off to get a can of Skull Super. Might be a can of Skull Soup. Could be Kestrel Super.
What have I got?
I haven't had one of them for a while. What's he going to come back with?
I don't want to be judged now.
No, I won't judge you.
I quite like this beer.
I like that.
I think it's a decent beer now.
I like that. I've got it up there somewhere behind all that. I like that.
I've got a keg of it coming on in a perfect draft. So I thought I might do a comparison. You know, can versus sort of keg.
Yeah, why not?
But as it goes, it's all right actually. I mean,
it's all right. Yeah.
I think it was £6 out of Sainsbury's.
Yeah, so, that's all right, isn't it? God, I haven't had it for ages, but when I had it, it was all right. It's decent beer. Oh God.
I have said some pretty bad things about them though in the past. So they're the bloody Welsh Brewdog sort of thing with their adjuncts and all that. But
like you do.
But yeah, that's all right. It's just for what it is, it's a decent beer.
Yeah, it's all right, isn't it? I mean, I got an out against Tiny Rebel. They've done some crap. They've done some good. It's I've done some rubbish. I think Electric Boogaloo was a bad one. I remember. That was a bad one.
Yeah, I think I may have had that. I think I was a little bit pissed off about that because it turned up in a Beer 52 box, and then literally the following week it was on the shelves in the supermarket.
That was it. Yeah, Sainsbury's I think were doing it.
And I was like,
weren't happy with that.
Why am I paying this subscription service to get fucking supermarket beers? You know what I mean?
I've never done the Beer 52 thing, to be honest.
Well, I knocked it on the head for ages, and then they dangled a carrot saying, "Oh, come back, we'll do you a sort of deal." I said, "Oh, go on then," because I use them now as just knockback beers. I don't tend to review that many Beer 52 beers anymore. So I just get the box and then I just chill out. I mean, I give my old man most of them anyway. He appreciates them a little bit more than me. But yeah, just not back beers.
Oh, yeah. Give them away.
Yeah, Dad, have these.
Have these, yeah, keep you quiet.
Yeah, he's none the wiser. Yeah, years and years of drinking Banks's bitter. You could just prime him up with anything, you know what I mean?
Banks's bitter was about 80 pence a bottle, was it? Or something?
Crap.
It was 80 pence a bottle, was it? Banks's bitter? Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Noddy Older did the advert back in the early 90s, didn't he?
Never.
Yeah.
I'll Google that later. I'll see it.
Yeah. Noddy, you've saved the day. How can we ever repay you?
Oh, he said,
save your thanks, says I'll have a pint of Banks's.
Oh dear me.
He must have been on the old.
He must have.
Yeah. Anyway, just going back to what Scott said. Good to see you doing some more lives, JB.
Thank you, Scott.
Even though you're a scummer.
Oh no, I can't help it. You know.
He had to, didn't he? He had to.
He has to put something in, doesn't he? He'll enjoy it this afternoon anyway. When we're getting murdered,
we've all been in a situation where we get bogged down doing this and become a chore. Yeah, it does. Like everything. I mean, even your bloody day-to-day job, innit? You wake up and you think, fucking hell, here we go again.
Yeah, it's like everything. You do it because you enjoy it, and you need to. If you don't enjoy it, then you can't really do it properly or do it justice. So you need to kind of like step back sometimes and just, charge yourself up again, innit? Really?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, we've got tons of comments.
Think about doing it on your phone. I was thinking about getting my laptop, but it's crap, to be honest with you.
I think all laptops are crap.
I've had it since 2012, and it's running on bloody fumes at the moment. I can just about get my videos published, and I'm happy with that. And that's all it's for now.
I'm not a Commodore
moment, Scott. That's from Barry. Worst beer I've ever reviewed. Worst beer you've ever reviewed.
Is that for me or you?
Well, we can both have a go on that one, can't we?
There's been some stinkers over the years, isn't there?
Timmy Siriani, or whatever it's called. Timmy Siriani, the Romanian lager. I thought that was crap.
There was a beer what I think you ripped apart, and I was quite kind to. And I don't know why I was quite kind to, because it was a terrible beer. And that was a Shepherd's Neame one. It was about a year ago. It was like a pink label. There's a terrible looking label on it, really garish. I was quite kind to it. But...
It's still going. It's still available, that beer.
Crikey. I haven't sold them all then.
Was it a passion fruit ale or something?
Stinker. That was a stinker.
Yeah.
The Boss Brewing ones. The Boss Brewing ones, what we discussed, that was... You can't beat them ones for me.
Good old Boss.
Good old Boss. He's a boss of brewing beer, him.
Pallet loads of beer out the door. Pallet loads of beer.
Yeah, it was. It was. I remember seeing the post. Oh, we've got another batch of great beer to come to the supermarket. A great big Arctic full of it. And you think, God, who's buying that then? Orangy Boom. That was another one I hated. The original Orangy Boom.
Oh, all the beer, no idea. 6% mild, by the way. Give you a clue what I picked up. Ha ha. 6% mild. Double mild, isn't it?
Double mild.
Do a kite video, apparently that works.
No, he did it. Is that Scott? He did do a kite thing, didn't he? Did he do a video of Superman or something? A kite, didn't he, Scott? On his.
It was one of them shorts, wasn't it? A kite festival.
Yeah.
Balloon festival, kite festival.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Oh,
naughty boy. We turned up at Unbarred Brewery in Brighton and was recognised by the guy working there. Mainly, there we go. I'll put it on there.
Yeah, and was recognised by a guy. Well, mainly it's one that gets
recognised.
recognised. Oh, he must get wound up with that, surely. The arguments about who's the star of the show now.
Hey up, Nick. How you doing?
Hey, mate. How you doing? What are you drinking?
What are you drinking?
Yeah, what are you drinking?
What are you drinking?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
you should do.
Yeah, you won't be disappointed.
2-day turnaround, Barry. Sometimes 24 hours. Yeah. And the range of beer they get in, they change it quite often as well, don't they?
They're very on point with the latest craft beer releases. I'll give them that.
Yeah,
and some of the niche European stuff as well. They tend
definitely
to get it in, and American or to get hold of American stuff. They stock, like I say, they've got a good mixture of beers from all over the globe, really. Modern and old and traditional and well-respected stuff. And the prices they're pretty good.
I remember in the old days when I first went to Trembling Madness, only had 2 fridges. That was it. Yeah, he loves abusing me, doesn't he? Yeah. You keep abusing me, mate. I'll be go on. I'll be your whipping boy for a couple of hours. Don't mind me.
Shed's on fire.
Shed's on fire.
Yeah.
You're the Lidl's version, are you?
No.
Well, he needs to get hold of that then.
Yeah, do that then, bud.
Do that one, mate. You love it.
Yeah, it is.
It is a nice beer.
Quite an easy to get on with sort of beer, I think. It's not void of flavour.
Yeah. No. Don't you find with some tropical beers that sometimes is a bit? Do you find some tropical beers, shall I say, a little bit too full on, a little bit synthetic in ways?
They can go down that road of being over sweet, sort of more or less borderline sickly.
Yeah. But that one isn't, though, is it?
This has got a nice balance between being. I mean, you still know you're drinking a bloody beer at the end of the day, but it's got a nice little bit of a fruity kick in there. There's a little bit of bitterness, not a great deal. It's more fruit than bitter, but it's nice. Yeah, it's just like a simple beer, really, I guess.
Yeah, it's not trying to do anything else, is it? It's just giving you a nice, pleasant, balanced feel.
Mm.
And you think to yourself, "Oh, I wish
too shabby."
I wish more beers did that.
5.5% beer. It's not too shabby for the ABV.
Definitely.
Beady Beer Reviews.
Hello, Beardy, mate. How you doing? Mate? Hope you're well.
I was only talking to him yesterday, actually, about bloody Terry K.
Yeah, he loved him as well, didn't he?
He was a big fan of the man.
Yeah, he loved him. Hey, I'll get him all gadgets.
More gadgets.
More gadgets.
Yeah. No, I've got it. Hopefully, it'll be coming. I think it's Monday or Tuesday when it'll turn up. So I might save a can and I might do one of the comparison videos on that just to see where it's at.
Do you find a big difference between the PD and cans
Oh yeah.
There's me being
yeah. Oh, the fucking massive difference, mate. Yeah, body wise more than anything, really.
No, I'll have to get myself one then.
Get yourself a little sub, mate, off Amazon or whatever it is.
Do you think the subs are good then? Do you think the subs are?
Yeah. It's a nice starting point. You know, 2 litres. It's quite manageable sort of amount of beer. Price point for the Torp is about, well, it depends what you want. If you want macro lager, you're looking at about £8 or £9. If you want something a little bit more glamorous, then upwards of 16, 17, 18 quid a Torp.
I don't mind paying that at all.
Like that.
You pay for what you get, don't you?
Yeah. Torp Delirium on there, I think it's about £16.99, is it, or something like that? £17.99.
That's all right. That's all right then. I'll give that a go.
Yeah,
definitely.
A lot of people shit on these systems, but I think it's it suits my sort of beer enthusiasm. I guess having something like this, a couple of mates over, game of pool, draw a few beers out with no hassle. You know, there you go.
There you go. Happy days.
Yeah, that's it.
Happy days. Shakedown. That was in Sainsbury's, wasn't it? Shakedown. I'm charity shop reject version. No, don't be so hard on yourself, Thomas.
No, you're not, mate.
No, you're not.
Like I said to you before, it takes balls to do something like this.
Exactly. You always said that, haven't you? Hello, Tommy. Nice to hear from you. He's in Portugal.
Oh, in Portugal. Lovely stuff. Sagres in the sunshine. Why not, mate?
Yeah, Sagres. That's a Portuguese beer I overlooked that, actually.
I always used to have a bottle of that. In fact, if me and the family went out for have a cheeky Nando's, because they sell it in there. Just lovely with some chicken. Yeah.
I was trying to think who used to sell that over here, Sagres. I thought it was one of B&M or somebody used to do that.
I think you can get a 4-pack in Tesco, and I think you can get the big 660s in Morrison's of Sagres.
I'll have a look.
It might be something else. It might be Estrella. I might be getting confused there. I've seen it
Definitely
about.
Have a look at that. Definitely have a look at that.
You're the Jonathan Ross of beer reviews.
He is. He is. He's definitely is, because he's lined me up next for one. So I'm looking forward to it. It's crack. It's a nice. It's a different slant, isn't it? When he does the old.
Yeah. That'd be in the Banks' advert then, Nick, yeah?
Yeah, that would be that, yeah.
Yeah. Budweiser.
Discuss Budweiser? Nah, thanks.
No, thank you. The Romanian beer is awesome, Shandy. Well.
That was a Romanian... Yeah, that was a Romanian beer. What, the village, didn't they have no water and they had to drink beer? I think that was the story behind it.
Could be, yeah.
I'd rather drink the water.
Nut job.
Yeah, the Boss Brewing. Yeah. Coming back to haunt me, Boss Brewing.
We all know one. Oh,
he's got to wind Scott up with that one. No comment.
I will message you later. I've been skipping telling you that's half the reason why I messaged you. Oh, fair dues, mate. Fair dues.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I'll take the mick out of his. I do. It's him with his gadgets. It's terrible with his gadgets.
It's the beer geek within, though, isn't it? That's all it is.
Oh, he's terrible. Yeah, terrible. All that dark paraphernalia and everything.
I'd seriously get one though. If you're thinking about getting a corrupt sub, I'd start there and just, if you're happy with
I'm gonna look one up on Amazon. The Amazon do them, didn't they?
I think Amazon, they did do like deals at one point. I know Sofa King Drunk, Danny, he picked up a package and he got the machine and like 6 or 7 tubs for Torps for about 130 quid, 140
I'll have a look at that. I'll have a look at that this afternoon, actually. Definitely, I have to get into the old gadgets.
Brett, chin up, mate. Always here. Yeah.
Yeah, go on, Brett. Get your chin up, mate. Have a beer.
Oh, yeah. We know where that comes from, don't we?
Ignore it, mate. Just ignore it. Let go over your head.
Fucking head, mate, with that shit.
Exactly.
Don't want any of that. Thank you very much.
No.
Home bargains. It's not a bad lager, if I recall.
I can't remember if I've ever had one.
But I mean, if you're sitting out in baking hot sunshine, sitting on a beach, then any lager's going to do the job, innit?
Well,
you know?
Battery acid to do the job, wouldn't it? I love a gadget. One is a star of my channel, and I've just smashed up jacket potato sat in the corner. Yeah.
We're all on top. We're all on top.
Yeah.
I can't as much as I'm really enjoying this, and I am, I do, you know, when I do these lives once in a blue moon, I do get a nice kick out of it, to be honest with you. I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to something like this, because I tend to talk myself out of it. I think that's just a confidence thing. But I've been thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been cracking.
It's been brilliant. And you know what I'm doing? I'm kicking myself, because we should have done this years ago.
But doesn't that give us scope for the future, though? Because
definitely.
We've both been at it for 6 years or thereabouts.
Yeah.
This is our first encounter.
It's unreal, isn't it?
I mean, I feel like I know you anyway because of, well, I mean, we're mates on Facebook. I watch your videos when I can, so I can't. I know the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know him without even meeting him.
It's a weird one. It is an absolutely fucking weird one.
Is this the weirdest live stream you've done? From the point of view that you've been watching me all these years, and this is the first time.
Yeah. I think with what we do as reviewers, to let it go for 6 years. I mean, I've always thought I'd like to do something with Jonathan, and I've thought that for quite a long while. But I know you've always kind of resisted doing anything like that.
Yeah,
go on, mate.
No, I think, like I said, when I started to do the Spice and Easy, and I did a live one with Barry a few weeks ago, about a couple of months ago. It kind of broke the ice for me, and I really, really enjoyed it, to be honest. And when when you start doing it with people who you watch for, dare I say, years, you already know them. What's the issue? You already know them. You've been watching them. You know exactly the type of people they are. You know exactly, as people, you just know them, didn't you? It's just one of them weird and wonderful things. And for me, it's still new, and I'm love doing it. And I think I won't stop doing this at all, doing the live stuff, because I think it's a great way to make friends and a great way to feel part of something, and that's what it's all about.
It gives you a little lift as well, I think.
Yeah, because I think, go on.
You've got friends that are doing the same sort of thing, and you sort of like you form these little bubbles of friendship to a certain degree, and it's just nice to bounce off each other a little bit as well. Like yourself, I know you've been doing it. You're as passionate as me when it comes to beer. You've got respect for it. You see it for what it is, whether it's traditional or modern. You know, and I kind of like that, because I know I can unleash what I think about it as well, and not feel like a twat, because I know you're around about the same sort of thinking ideology with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The ideology for me has always been the man on the street going into a shop, buying a beer. I'm not a beer expert. I'm not a beer, connoisseur. If you want to call him a connoisseur, I'm nothing like that. I'm just a normal guy who likes a nice beer, and whether or not I like it or not like it, I'll just say it. That's what it's all about. It's nothing, prima donna or anything. It's it's just that's what it's all about.
Yeah, the love of the product, isn't it?
yeah, it's kind of like appreciating hard work, because that is hard work brewing beer, you know. But it's what it's all about. It's a jacket
Spud. Seagrass is terrible. It is so metallic. I'd rather just drink rust water.
Rust water.
Okay.
I'm still gonna give it a go, Brett. I'll still give it a go if I find one. Yeah, I've loved it.
Thank you very much.
Been brilliant. It's been brilliant, and long may it continue. I really do. It's fantastic. Hello, Chris, mate. How you doing?
Me, Dean. Yeah. Hopefully that live will be coming up. I'm not too sure when it'll be.
Danny's a legend, isn't he?
Fourth. Hopefully
Danny's a proper legend, isn't he? Danny.
He's another guy. He's always been around.
Yeah,
he's always been
Terry
there in the background. Yeah,
you know, Terry K hop scene type of era, isn't he?
It's that era. It's the originals. It's the very first sort of batch of beer reviewers, and he definitely falls into that category of
definitely
numero uno with it. You know,
definitely.
He's a good lad, Danny is.
No, I've always enjoyed watching his videos for so over the years. He's really down to earth. I love all that type of stuff. You know, that's what I found with the first wave of them. They're always down to earth fellas, aren't they? All of them. They're gone like and some of the knowledge some of them have.
The knowledge, really. Yeah, the knowledge. Yeah, I always still say. I don't know if I've said it publicly or not, but definitely Rob deserves more credit than somebody like Simon when it comes to reviewing beers, because the knowledge difference is absolutely astronomical. But
actually, isn't it? Funny enough, when I first started out, I got a really, really nice message from Rob telling me, giving me little tips on how to, make the channel better, with, having a background or stuff like that. And it was really encouraging. So I've got to thank Rob for that. He's a really down to earth fella. And
he was exactly the same with me when I first started. He was one of the first guys to give me encouragement amongst others. Like I don't know if you can remember Andy Parker.
No, I remember. Is that the fellow who went to?
Here.
Huh?
Mrs. is putting faces here.
Is that the fellow who went to New Zealand?
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched him briefly. He was a nice fellow, wasn't he?
Yeah. Again, he was like, I know he's good friends with Stuart Picard and.
Stuart's another one I used to watch constantly.
Yeah, old school, constantly.
Yeah, constantly.
And they were really, really supportive, really positive, encouraging almost to it. Just do it, so go with it, turn it on and run with it. So I can't really knock the enthusiasm and trying to sort of get somebody into it.
Exactly.
Fair play.
Exactly, mate. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, definitely. I'll whiz through these comments and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
What live? Sponge on.
Yeah, it was a fantastic live, Barry. I'm up for another live if you want one, mate, sometime.
Hey, up the butcher's in.
The butcher's in. Once thing's okay, we're getting on the reviews. I have some dragon soups. Oh, God. You don't want any of them. I did one once.
Deadly path.
It should be banned.
Say what you mean.
Yeah, say what you think, Scott. Rob, Stu, Terry, Danny were very much originals.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Proper real deals back then, man.
Yeah, they were. They definitely were.
Well. Another one that's forgotten because he doesn't.
Him and Terry were very, very close, weren't they? I would have thought it would have hit him when the news came through. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see it either, Brett.
Fucking hell.
Can they sell that stuff? Can they really sell that stuff? Would you do it? Would you do that on your channel? Dragons.
No, he won't. He won't. When it comes to certain people, he won't. He'll say what he means, and fair play.
Yeah.
Anyway, winding it back to Barry and of course this chap, Jonathan, Northern Suffolk Beer Reviews. Big thank you for sending in this absolutely belting beer.
Yeah.
That is the bee's knees.
I've got a little package for you coming this week. There's a beer on it which I actually reviewed over the weekend, and I thought it was crap. But I want your review. sorry to disappoint you, but I want your take on it. So be honest. I won't be offended.
Yeah, I'll practice my kick-ups.
But I hope you enjoy them anyway. There are a couple of bangers in there for you.
All right, nice one, buddy. Yeah, no
worries.
I'll whether I do a video, I'll probably put a post up actually saying that I've received them.
Yeah, no worries.
Just
don't have to do a
video.
Thank you. Yeah, fantastic.
But yeah, cheers, buddy. Thank you.
No worries. Pleasure.
Yeah, no, been a pleasure. Hour and 21. It just fucking flies by, doesn't it, Tom?
I know, but it's great, isn't it? Because
it's great.
It's just weird. It's just weird, this one. I just find it weird. I've been watching you for years. I've been watching you since you started. And this is the first time we did this. It's just woo.
It is weird. It took 6 years, but
it's crazy, but it's fantastic at the same time.
Yeah, we've done it now, haven't we? It's done.
We've done it now, and we have some more.
Yeah. Well, I'll always do something with you, Jonathan. You know that. It's just I didn't know where you sat with doing this. That's all. And I've always I don't want to come across as someone that's pecking away at it, saying, "Oh, I want to do a live with you."
No,
you know what I mean?
You can peck away with me as much as you want. I'd rather have you peck away at me than my wife.
All good fun, mate. All good fun.
It's all good fun, isn't it, mate?
Got a few more comments coming in.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I'm with you. Nick, I got accused of hiding. Yeah, all that fucking bullshit going on, yeah. He doesn't want any splinters in his arse.
No, it's been a pleasure, Thomas. Thank you for watching us, mate. It really is.
Thank you. No,
without the people like Thomas, we're nothing, are we? At the end of the day, because it's people like Thomas.
He's literally everywhere. He 125% effort into watching who he can when he can, sort of.
He supports everybody, and I think he's fantastic. He really is. So thank you, Thomas, for watching this. Really is. You haven't missed anything.
Have a good mucker. You're both welcome.
No, cheers, Barry.
I love seeing smiling faces and kind words. Yeah.
No worries, Barry. This is what it's about. Barry, Brett.
It don't cost nothing, does it?
It don't cost nothing.
Absolutely fuck all to be nice.
No.
And it don't cost fuck all to be horrible as well, within reason.
But a few kind words, a few words of encouragement go a long way.
Yeah.
They go further than some horrible stuff. So, you know. Yeah.
I've got to get back to me. Back to me pork now. It's in the oven. Nice. Slow cooking. No. Good timing actually, because that's got another. What is it now? 2:23. It's got about another hour and a half left in there. I just want to go and check on it.
I hope Scott enjoys the massacre at St Mary's this afternoon, because there will be. I know he'll love it. He'll be celebrating. No doubt he'll send me a message every time they score, knowing him.
No, you can get. I've just seen something pop up on my feed with Paddy Power. You can get 50-1 for a goal fest on Southampton.
Oh, go on then, Scott. What are you waiting for? Get down to Coles or whatever. He loves it. I love him really.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, I love him really. Nah, of course not. Never is with Scott. He can't help it. He lives in Portsmouth.
Yeah. No, all good fun. All good fun. All
Of
good
course
fun
it
at the end
is.
of the day.
It's
We've got
always
broad
banter, isn't
shoulders, and that's what it's all about.
Exactly.
Right, we're going to knock it on the head now.
No worries, mate.
Thank you very much, Jonathan, for taking
It's
the time.
been a pleasure. I've enjoyed it thoroughly, mate.
Top man. And
cheers,
thank you
matey.
again to Barry. I've got a few more beers to take a look at that he kindly sent me. But I'll get around to it. But yeah, just to end it on this one, Stonehouse Brewing.
Yeah.
2 Thongs, 7% double IPA, £2.50. What? It's cracking. It really is.
It's brilliant. Brilliant
Lovely
beer.
stuff. Ciao for now.